Hello and welcome. In this video tutorial, we will be talking about algorithm and flowchart. Algorithm and flowcharts are the powerful tools for learning programming. As we have already studied about the algorithm, that algorithm is step-by-step analysis of the process. Step by step. While a flowchart explains the steps of a program in a graphical way. So we can write steps in graphical form. Algorithm and flowchart helps to clarify all these steps for solving the problem. So we can generally say that both of these things are actually used for solving a problem, right? In our previous class, we have already studied that what are the characteristics of algorithm and how we can write the algorithm. Now we will be discussing that algorithm and flowcharts include some control structures. So the algorithm and flowchart, as said, have three types of control structures. First one is sequence. Now when I say sequence, that means in the sequence structure, statements are placed one after the other and the execution takes place starting from top to down. Okay, that means we have a sequence, that step number 1, then step number 2, then step number 3 from top to down. The instructions will be in the following sequence. The second control structure, which algorithm and flowchart includes, is called as branching. Sometimes you can also find this branching with the name of selection. Okay. Now when I say branching, that means in case of branch control, there is a condition and according to the condition, decision is made either in true or false outcome. In case of true, we follow one branch, or in case of false condition, we will be covering or traversing the alternative branch. Generally, if then else is used to represent the branch control. Okay, so it is something like that. If we got true, we'll go in this direction, and if we got false, then we'll be moving in some different direction, right? The third control structure in case of algorithm and flowchart is loop. In some of the books, you can also find it with the name repetition. The loop or repetition allows a statement or statements to be executed repeatedly based on a certain loop conditions. So generally it is used with while or for loops, right? Then when you have to repeat something, and repetition is for either for one statement or for n number of statements. That means whenever we need to repeat the same thing again and again, then we keep that particular thing in the loop control structure, right? Suppose you need to perform the addition of two numbers and you need to perform the addition on 100 such data. That means 100 times the same logic is going to work. You have to do the repeated task. So this is the types of control structure that is followed in algorithm as well as in flowchart. The differentiation between algorithm and flowchart is that both are steps for solving a problem. Algorithm is step by step written, whereas flowchart is steps in graphical format or graphical way. As we have discussed earlier, that flowchart is diagrammatic or graphical representation of sequence of steps to solve a problem. Now, to draw a flowchart, there are certain standard symbols which are used. And you have to remember those symbols in case you are going to draw the flowchart. So let us start. The first symbol, its name is oval. Okay. Let me just mark here that we will be writing here the name of the symbol, and here we will be writing the symbol, and here we will be writing that what is the function or at what place or in what situation you are going to use this symbol. So the first symbol is oval. So oval is drawn like this, and it is used to represent start and end of flowchart. Okay, so this symbol you will be using at the start and at the end of the flowchart. This is my first symbol. The next symbol is, we call it, you must have studied in mathematics, parallelogram. Okay, I made a mistake. It's double L-E, parallelogram. Okay, how do we draw it? Like this. And this is parallelogram, and it is used for input and output operations. Input and output operations. Our next symbol which is used in flowchart is rectangle. Okay, rectangle is like this, and it is used for processing part. Now when I say processing, that means all arithmetic operations, that means plus, minus, less than, or plus, minus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These are all called arithmetic operations. And data manipulation. Now when I say data manipulation, that means whenever you are going to change the value of data. Suppose we have value of AS5 and we have made the value of AS7. Whenever we are manipulating the value by any logic, we will be putting that in this processing or rectangle symbol. The next category of symbol is, the name is diamond. So diamond is drawn like this. Okay, and this is used for decision making. Decision making, that means whenever we are going to represent the operation in which there are 2-3 alternatives, or we have true false kind of alternatives, or yes no. So we have we can also say that whenever we have a branching, then that time we need to make decisions. Okay, the next category of symbol is arrows. So arrows can be in any direction, upward direction, like this, like this. These are known as flow line, right? So the meaning of flow line is it indicates the flow of logic by connecting the symbols, that what is the flow, in which direction the flow is going. Okay, so it represents the flow of logic. There are some more symbols like circle, page connector, off page connector, preprocessor, comments, which are for more details. But as a beginner, these 5 symbols are highly used in drawing a flowchart: oval, parallelogram, rectangle, diamond, arrows. Please mind my handwriting, it is not very good. I hope you understand till now that what are the different symbols which can be used for flowcharts. In the next video, we will be taking some example and we will be writing the algorithm and flowchart. Till then, thank you for watching.